DreamHack Masters Spring starting to heat up here now as we head into the lower bracket of Asia. I've already said goodbye to one team, that was Chiefs from ANZ, and now Beyond and Lucid Dream are on the chopping block here in Asia, both having lost their upper bracket matches to their Chinese opponents. We got Karath, we got Mac back once again here on the desk with me. And fellas, looking forward to this one. You know, we do like to have a bit of a dabble in some of the Asian Counter-Strike, but two Thai teams in the lower bracket final, very much within the expectation, Kevin.
Yeah, pretty much 3 months ago, I would have said this is a bit of a different look, right? Thai teams, or Thai CS in particular, was looking on the up and up about 3 or 4 months ago. But now coming into here, it is very much a case of, well, they're the best in the Southeast Asia region, but still inferior compared to the Chinese teams. It's showing why. And this domestic rivalry, we've just seen time and time again.
Yeah, look, last year at EPL, you had Lucid Dream, who were really starting to impress a whole bunch of people in the world. And now they're still impressive, right? But they're just not where they were. Obviously, a couple of changes to the roster over the previous few months have really been a bit of a setback for Lucid Dream, considering they were that strongest team in the Thai region. You know, obviously, when Beyond was Alpha Red, they were looking like they could have been a contender for that position. But it just really has sort of gone downhill for them since being picked up by Beyond.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right, to see where they're at right now. Because, I mean, Kevin, you say that they may be still the strongest team in SCA, or the strongest region, rather. I don't know necessarily that I agree with that. We'll have that discussion in a little bit. I know you want to fire back here. Let's bring up the bracket first so that we can show everyone where we're at here when it does come to the Asia playoffs. It's Tyloo that managed to go all the way through to the grand final, so I got that one wrong. Thought it was going to be Vici through from the upper bracket, but they do fall back down to the lower bracket. They'll face the winner here of Beyond and Lucid. Loser is going to be out of this competition. All right, Kev, now's your opportunity. What's your take here on Thailand, the SEA region versus the rest? Because I want to throw a couple of names at you, right? I want to throw Tiger. I want to throw BTRG. I want to throw D13.
Already there, like geographically, you've already failed because you can already see that Mongolia is not part of Southeast Asia.
Okay, what about BTRG?
BTRG is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned at the moment. I'm sorry to say that to my good buddy Impression if he's tuning in, but the fact of the case is that they haven't won against any of these qualifiers against these Thai teams. You see it time and time again. They're sitting about 4th and 5th. You're looking at Singapore before the bastion or what we look to as the hope of the SEA region, sitting 4th and 5th in the qualifiers, and they're losing consistently against these Thai teams. And that's where it went from, okay, no longer is it Singapore that's kind of out in the lead, or however you want to put it. It's now Thailand CS that's firmly #1 inside that Southeast Asia region.
Definitely a strong region. That is something that we can agree on, or it was a strong region. I'm still not sold that they're going to be particularly strong for too much longer. This is another opportunity for both of these two Thai teams. But having had such a difficult result against both of the Chinese teams, Mac, it starts to, again, take a bit of that wind out of the sails of the Thai region a little bit, right? Because they failed in Road to Rio, which was the event that we thought that they were really going to break out in. Now they seem like they're going to be failing here in DreamHack Masters as well. There's 2 events on the trot. Not only that, but the Weibo Cup as well, which was predominantly a Chinese competition, but we did have 3 Thai teams. None of them made it to playoffs there either, so things are looking a little bit disappointing at the moment for Thailand.
I feel like you just have to have a bit of hope at least, you know? There is a chance that there's some possibility for one of these teams to make a lower bracket run. Personally, look, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a bit biased here because Lucid Dream has Johnny Olsen, who is pretty much my favourite player in the world. I'd have to say that single-handedly because of his name. What a quality name he's chosen.
We all have our favourites. Kevin's favourite is Puppy Chulo, my favourite's Splashky, Jam Young. Either way,
you have 2 favourites.
I do. I've got much love to share around for the Asian region. But yeah, like let's start to sort of get into the nitty gritty here of Beyond and Lucid Dream, because it is a matchup that we've seen quite a lot, and historically it has very much favoured Lucid Dream. I think I had a look back in the last 6 maps that these two teams have played against each other. All 6 of those have gone the way of Lucid, so it doesn't seem like a good run in here for Beyond, particularly given they've still continued to be unimpressive in some of the other matches that we've seen them be playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, beyond that said, though, they've been versing a lot of these strong teams inside, like outside of the qualifiers, where it looks like they're the 2nd best team in Thailand and they're defeating the other SCA teams. They're coming up against these roadblocks that are called Vici Gaming and Tyloo, which are just too strong right now for the Asia region. Look, if Tiger were in here as well, Tiger would be another roadblock. They've been able to dispatch of that Thai team as well with ease. So, yeah, look, I think this is a case of let's see what Beyond have. Let's actually see. Sorry, I'll take that back. Let's see what Lucid Dream actually have, because Beyond, for me, it's a known quantity at this stage, I don't think they can even upset, like they can't really do anything that would upset the balance at the moment.
All right, well, that's a good segue then into what we're going to take a look at now, which is Lucid Dream's roster. And Lucid Dream, obviously, a team that have had a couple of roster changes, as you did allude to earlier on. Mac Foxes and 789 coming in. And look, I got to say, even despite the fact that they went down 0-2 against Vici earlier on in the upper bracket, I was quietly impressed with what Foxes was able to put together in some of those maps. I think he's come back into this roster and looked, you know, reasonably solid for someone that hasn't really been at the top level of competition in a little while. Do you reckon this kind of bolsters the roster? I know we were having this discussion a little bit earlier on, and it's kind of hard to say, right? Because the two Koreans, they brought a lot of firepower, but you think about the communication issues that we did definitely see for Lucid Dream in Road to Rio. It's kind of a balancing act, isn't it?
Yeah, well, what you need to think about, obviously, is that communication, which certainly goes hand in hand with the chemistry of the players. If you are able to convey what you would like to go down in a map, especially when you're putting these teams together, then, you know, if you get off on the right foot, if you are able just to have those normal conversations with your teammates at any given point, without there being any misunderstandings, you know, then that sets you up to have the best possible chance to succeed as a team. And Lucid Dream, they've got that going for them. Beyond certainly do as well, but the firepower hasn't really been hitting where we'd like it to see.
Okay, what's your opinion on this whole sort of multicultural, international kind of a team thing? Do you think it's a good idea, or are you much more on the side of Lucid Dream now that they've gone back to that Thailand Core 5?
It's look, for Lucid Dream in particular, much better they've gone to the Core 5 Thailand thing, right? It's much better. You can communicate all in the same language at the moment. Look, international teams, it's a really interesting theory to discuss because you have to really talk about the European mixed teams and the Asian mixed teams, right? It doesn't work for the Asian mixed teams because they don't really have a similar common language most of the time. You can say it's English, but a lot of the English command for a lot of these players isn't that strong, right? You think even to a team like Tiger, where they were talking about maybe bringing in some of the European players, right? And you just went, well, what's the point of that? Because you already know it's going to be a struggle for communication-wise.
I'd just like to point out, did you see Invictus when they were playing at their highs? When they had the two Russians on the team, Vadim and Kochak, yes. They were both so good to watch. Inherently, they were always last alive and managed to pad their stats because they'd just be going straight up against all the other Asian opponents. But their teamwork was immaculate when it was just the two of them. So you can look at it and go, okay, cool. Yeah, there was the mixed ethnicities in the team, but even still, when they did get to play together, and I assume they would speak Russian in that situation, it all worked out.
Well, either way, not something that is going to be an issue anymore for Lucid Dream because they have brought Foxes and 789. Now, we're going to sort of highlight Foxes for this matchup in particular. I've already sort of alluded to the fact that I thought he was pretty impressive coming into this roster for the Lucid Dream guys earlier on in the competition against against Vici. And if you can do it against Vici, there's a very good chance you're going to be able to do it here against Beyond. I'm feeling as though this is not necessarily an upgrade firepower-wise, but definitely at least a solid roster change. You know, this hasn't been a massive downgrade or anything like that for Lucid Dream. I think they can keep puttering along. I think they can, as a result of these roster changes, still keep that first place in Thailand intact.
I think it's an upgrade, honestly, in terms of firepower and whatnot. I mean, even when you got Jinx and Luckio, it wasn't like you got two of the best Korean players in my mind. It's you got some really solid Korean players, but when you're looking at aim-wise, it's like you always have to be looking at your player like Zyne, right? Zyne's by outright the best aim-wise. So yeah, this is the case of, I feel like it's an upgrade across the board. Communication, probably the same mindset as well, and firepower, definitely an upgrade. Look, all I have to say about 789, though, is that is either one of the best aliases or the worst aliases. It's almost like this guy's gone, like, seen the joke, why is the 6th varied to 789? And he goes, that's actually amazing, I'm going to make that into my alias.
Well, just wait till you see him playing with the Mag 7, and Mac's going to have a good time casting that. Either way, we'll talk now about Beyond Esports. Obviously, their opponents for today, and Beyond have generally been considered the second best team in Thailand, at least of late. Obviously coming through from the Alpha Red roster, you're going to see Olivia there. He's the IGL, he's the AWPA, and he's definitely a player that we'll probably talk a little bit about later. Their run, though, has also been quite difficult in recent times. The last 8 maps on HLTV, they've lost all of those. They did play a few games in Weibo Cup where they were able to take some maps, but they also got knocked out there 0-3 alongside Lucid Dream. So it's been a pretty difficult run for Beyond Esports of late as well.
I don't feel like that there's ever really a point where they're going to have an easy run, though. You know, with this lineup, they need to start to mesh together. There was that time when they were Alpha Red. We keep going on about it. But Olivia and Mayrolls, there's just so many points where they would fire on all guns. The other day, Mayrolls and Olivia did sort of come back and almost get back to that performance we'd expect from them. And going up against Lucid Dream, if they just bring the confidence to the game, I'm sure we could see that again. And all I'm thinking of is going back to the order game earlier. Ali said, "Oh, look, they caught us off guard. We weren't really going into that game prepared." So then they had a day off, managed to prepare themselves, recompose themselves, and then bring it into the lower bracket. I can see that happening today between both these two Thai teams.
Sure, I mean, but there is that whole thing of Lucid Dream and their matchup against Beyond really for the longest of times now, seeming like it's favouring Lucid Dream quite heavily. So does that sort of play into your analysis a little bit, Mac?
Of course, I'm still going to be picking Lucid Dream as my prediction for this map.
Baited me so hard. It's not fair.
Look, you asked me the question. I'm just trying to be as unbiased as possible in my analysis of it, trying to give Beyond, you know, their best possible chance theoretically of what they need to do to cause this. Let's call it an upset, because it would be if they win today.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Some person that can give them a chance is Olivia, and we saw some pretty impressive stuff from Olivia against Tyloo. If you remember, he had a 1-on-4 clutch on Dust 2. Didn't really make much of a difference as far as the scoreline was concerned for the whole one, but for the whole map. But either way, Olivia is definitely a player that we'll keep an eye on in this series. As I mentioned, IGL, Orpa, you know, he's a bit of a superstar, does kind of everything for this Beyond roster, and we really need to see him and probably Mayrolls firing on all cylinders for this matchup.
Yeah, 100%. I remember it's like ages ago we first saw Olivia actually come out when the Thai CS was just starting to make its evolution to actually being a serious contender inside the SEA region. And we're all going, wow, who's this Olivia kid? It's a very interesting alias, but what isn't interesting is definitely his gameplay, because it's just solid, right? I
thought you were about to throw him in the bin.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to throw him in the bin. He's actually like the best performer, like by far for Beyond. You look at the rest of the roster though, the problem is that you've seen them do this time and time again now. It's a case of, you can't really say it's inconsistency or whatnot. It just looks like they're a known and tested quantity. They've kind of hit their limit and that's it. I know that sounds really harsh to say, but you can only give them so many chances in the last couple of months before you go, yep, that's it, second best in Thailand. That's not bad, but not going to be able to really push the first spot and not really able to push overall in the Asia region. So,
all right, fellas, time to dive into the veto discussion, and this is another pretty interesting one. Both teams don't tend to enjoy playing too much Dust 2 or Vertigo, so I wonder if we'll see either of those maps getting vetoed away early on in the piece. Do you have any particular opinions on this one, Mac?
In terms of the maps, not really. I feel like no matter where they go, Lucid Dream kind of has their number. They have a very similar map pool, and every time they go head to head, especially like if you see them go to that train, it always gets nice and close. And I'd love to see a train, especially as a first map.
Sure.
But whoever picks it will almost be playing into their opponent's hands in that sense. So it could even be left for a third.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be too keen on picking that, though, as Beyond. Last time they played, 16-5, going the way of Lucid. Let's go ahead and bring up the first couple of vetoes here. I think that might give us a bit of a better opinion as to what we're going to get. Mirage taken out is a bit of an interesting one, because that has consistently been a map that these teams have faced each other on. Vertigo was always an expected ban, so what's going on there for Beyond?
I mean, for Beyond there, that's probably just being a little bit scared. You have all these other options to ban, maybe your nuke, maybe like your other extremities maps, but these two teams I wanted to say really like playing Overpass, and that seems to be a bit of a Thai special, so it is going to be a case of, I think we're going to see Overpass as one of the picks. I just don't know from which side just yet. Okay. Look, Vertigo, pretty standard. Lucid Dream, don't touch it. So
I'm feeling like it's going to be a bit of a Nuke Inferno train. I reckon that's where we're going to be heading with this video.
All right, well, it's interesting to hear. It is, I think, as you said earlier on, Mac, that both of these teams have very, very similar map vetoes, and as a result, it's kind of hard to tell where this is going to go. Maybe you get a bit of an idea as to what maps the teams will be angling for, but who's going to pick what map? I mean, it doesn't really seem to make too much of a difference some of the time. And even if you go back and look at the history of the two teams and how they've sort of matched up, it's been across almost the entire map pool. So, look, let's just go ahead and bring up the maps and see what they have chosen to go for here.
Ooh,
so,
D2.
Inferno and Dust 2 is the choice, which is a little bit interesting. I mean, I don't think it's actually a bad choice from Lucid Dream, because it is one that Beyond really doesn't like to play too much, and that's the issue. When you don't play Dust 2, when you don't really play Vertigo, but you ban Mirage, you've still kind of left your weak map open.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel last time I saw Beyond play on Dust 2, I believe was in the qualifiers for DreamHack here, and they didn't look too well versed on it. They looked a little bit lost, so I'm worried, especially if Beyond won't be able to, if Beyond don't take Inferno, the first map there, which they have had the pick, then this is looking like it should just be another 2-0 affair for Lucid.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely is suiting Lucid at the moment, considering that they're still getting their roster together, still trying to find that synergy. The fact that we're going into pretty much middle of the map, so to speak, it's going to be pretty good for them. They're not really looking to chance it on Nuke or Train, so completely opposite to what we thought, but that's all right as well.
Plenty of options for that third map, though. We've already talked a lot about Train, we've talked a lot about Overpass, so it could be either of those two. Let's have a look and see what it will end up being here. It's Nuke taken away, Overpass taken away, so we do get Train to come out. What are the chances, though, that we get to a map 3 here, Mac?
I feel like that we probably shouldn't be going to a map 3, but if we do, it's looking again like a Lucid Dream affair. So Beyond, I'll give them Inferno if they're going to take a map, and obviously their performance might have changed, might have picked up from the other day, but I guess we'll see once we get into the server.
I think this is an easy 2-0 for Lucid Dream once again. These maps don't really fill me with hope for Beyond, and I mean, performance-wise, I don't know, man. You can only just blame performance on having a bad day so many times. When you consistently drop so many games and series and just don't look like you can really contest it against top teams, I think there might just be a reason why. They're just not good enough.
All right, yes or no answer then, Kevin. Would the map veto, if it was any different, have changed your opinion, or would you have said 2-0 regardless?
I think it would be a 2-0 regardless. Like, that's the whole thing. It's for me, that map veto was kind of just, all right, it's very interesting to see where we're going to go, but Lucid Dream just will have the read every single time. All
right, well, that's something that we are going to be keen to find out. Of course, we're going to have to take a quick break before we get into map number 1, but it is Lucid Dream and Beyond that will be waiting for us on the other side of these ads.
Hey, it's me, Lily from AT&T. I'm back, working from home, and here to help.
Hey, Lily, I'm hearing a lot about 5G. Should I be getting excited?
Depends. Are you going to want faster speeds?
I will.
More reliability?
Oh, also yes.
Better response times?
Definitely.
Are you going to be making sourdough bread?
Oh, is that 5G related?
No, it's just like, why is everyone making sourdough now? But yes, you're going to want 5G.
AT&T is building 5G on America's best network. Visit att.com to learn more.
Right. You gotta get it out. You wanna lose yourself in time, So girl, just let it out. You said it once, not twice. You don't wanna wear it out. 'Cause you are one of a kind. How else would I know? Your love, your way, I cannot describe it. Girl, you got me lost for words. Oh, I got a lot to learn. And I want you to stay. Don't wanna throw you no deuces. Yeah, just wanna show you the truth, baby. No lie, no lie. I'll go to the edge and back again 100 times. Still can't describe. Oh, there's no similar. Nothing to compare. Oh, girl, no similar. Nothing to compare. I swear I don't need the answers, baby. I don't wanna understand it. No, I know. Can't think of a similar. You ain't like that or like this. If I shoot my shot, then probably I miss. If I lose that love, then probably I switch. If I see it ain't broke, then why try and fix it? I ain't tryna interfere on the interstate. I see love in the mirror, better concentrate. If it's real, then it's near, and it's never fake. Talking about your love, your wave. I'm never undecided. Got me running out of words to say. Man, I feel I never learned a day. Still, I just want you to stay. Don't wanna throw you no deuces. Yeah, just wanna show you the truth, baby. No lie. I'll go to the edge and back again 100 times. Still can't describe. Oh, there's no similar. Nothing to compare. Oh, girl, no similar. Nothing to compare. I swear I don't need the answers, baby. I don't wanna understand it. No, I know. Can't think of a similar. Oh, there's no similar.
Inferno up first here between Beyond Esports and Lucid Dream. A must-win game for both of these two if they want to remain here in DreamHack Masters Spring. And it's not looking too good for Beyond Esports, quite frankly. Looking at some of the history between the two teams, Lucid Dream have the pick of the bunch. 6 maps in a row against Beyond Esports. But who's to say that can't change today? We'll talk a bit about our predictions, fellas, here. We've got them, we've prepared them earlier on in the piece as well. I think we've probably all gone for Lucid Dream here. What's your take on this one, Mac? It's looking like we're all in agreement.
Well, I was looking at the current trends in the, I guess, in the graphs of Beyond, and for the last 8 maps, they've lost. So
8.
I think that's probably going to turn into 10. And on HLTV, it's just going to be red everywhere for them. So
red's a nice colour.
Where I've gone. Yes, I do love my hair.
I mean, when there's red and there's green,
it's like Christmas.
Most of the time, you probably, you probably prefer the green as opposed to the red.
Depends. Right. Well, I suppose that's fair, Kevin. You're going to be leaving us for this game. It'll be Mac and myself to cover it. So let's get your sort of final thoughts before we do head into this first map of Inferno. Is it going to be a 2-0 as far as you're concerned as well? How much is it going to hurt for Beyond to play this game?
I don't think it's going to hurt that much. I think it will be, Beyond will have a good showing of it. You'll see probably 10, 11 rounds. You'll still see some good rounds, but overall, Lucid Dream will be in control. I don't think you'll be too particularly close. Beyond would definitely have to overperform and Lucid Dream underperform for any result to even surprise me. And I just don't think it's going to happen at this stage. It just feels like CBBK just always has a read about what the other Thai teams are doing, and that's pretty much it. Yeah,
indeed. I think that's the real takeaway for me as well. It always seems like there's something for Lucid Dream over Beyond Esports. But I suppose we will find out fairly shortly. Mac, I mean, I think we take a look at some of the individuals on this roster of Lucid Dream, and I think pound for pound, the majority of the players that they have are just a little bit stronger than what we get to see on the Beyond roster as we head into Inferno map number 1.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, although, there are names there like STK and KTZ over on Beyond, which can have huge performances. But it's been a while. I feel like they just need to find that consistency again.
Indeed, indeed. Well, we head into map number 1 here, and Lucid Dream very much favoured as far as the odds are concerned. And as far as our analyst desk picks are as well. We've all gone the way of Lucid Dream, and it's very unlikely that all three of us are going to be wrong, I'd say. We're usually pretty right.
Yeah, we're pretty right all the time. I'm actually surprised how right I am. Usually I doubt myself, and then I go, look, you know, you've done all right, Mac. Anyway, it is beyond doing all right to take full control of apartments nice and early. Lucid Dream. They've still got the 4 men stacked towards this position, though.
Well, yeah, see, the difficulty is that while they're taking control of apartments, 789 is fully in control of Banana. He's getting all that info really early. Does challenge my rolls, and this is a little bit of a risky peek because there's no one else on that B bomb, so it's going to take a long time to rotate across for Lucid. However, Beyond do not elect to push the issue.
Yeah, even still. Foxes gets here in time with a whole bunch of information, invests a flash just to get on that line. Spots that no one's there. And CBBK here in Cubby is in a pretty solid position to maybe stop this bust from Beyond. But again, they're going to be grouping up in apartments. PTC will fall to the Glock of QQ. And Johnny Olsen is in a perfect position to deal with this push now. But, a couple of whiffed bullets, still 4 in the clip. What can he get done?
Well, you can't really do too much against that. KNTZ has just ripped the head off of John Olsen. CBBK, though, might find some timing here onto Olivia. Does not quite peek around in time. Either way, 4-on-2. Foxes and CBBK are going to have a miracle of a round to turn this back in the favor of Lucid Dream. And even while I speak, that bomb has looked like it's already kind of ticked past a little bit too much, right? They just don't feel like they've got the time. So they decide to back away, save the defuse kit, save the flash. Probably not going to help too much for Lucid Dream, honestly, in the next round, but at least it is something to play with. Good start, though, for Beyond, looking sharp.
Yeah, it's a good way to start, especially considering you would be coming into this matchup as the underdog. Pistol round on the T side. Good to get started, especially considering Lucid Dream. They've gone for their strong side, which is there on the defense on that CT side. And heading into the second, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a Force spotting it down there. I think there was a Famous board up, a Deagle already. And Mayorel's just happily going for the pre-fire there. QQ as well. Nasty shot onto PTC. And Johnny Olsen unable to do a thing there in the pit.
It's an interesting force buy here from Lucid Dream, isn't it? They really do seem to want to wrangle that control back early from Beyond Esports and to get a FAMAS for PTC. I wonder if I'd almost prefer a Deagle right now.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Although, look at this position.
Yeah, it's true.
Certainly able to dish some damage from here. And I like the setup as well. Johnny Olsen straight over towards Boiler with 2 men playing anti-flash up on the walls there. However, it's Beyond sending it over to the other side of the map, and it's just Foxes here with some utility to maybe buy some time for the rotation.
Yeah, if he can get a smoke down at the most inopportune time for Beyond Esports, maybe they just decide to cancel, but he's not throwing it. I think that might be just a little bit too late here. He'll go through the smoke, fires a couple of shots off, looking for some semblance of luck, and there it is. QQ cops a bullet to the head. Well, now there might be a chance for Lucid Dream. STK is going to get 2, though, on the entry to A. Foxes! He's been fully flashed. He dives back into dark, kills Olivia. Still, there's a player at the back of the site. They've got 789 here as well. It's a case of biding the time until BTC gets across. Maybe not. 789 keeps the challenge going. I think Foxes just has to slow this down and look for the 2-on-1.
789, you can't count it out like that, but PTC finds the timing through that smoke push.
What have I just watched?
And look, you've witnessed greatness. Somehow Lucid Dream just picking apart Beyond. Foxes with that push through smoke was ridiculously dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
And he somehow makes it work.
High risk, high reward. That is the way that I would characterize that play. It's just that last shot that he hits onto QQ as well that kind of makes the difference. The fact he survives as well to get into dark, turns around after he gets flashed and still kills Olivia is unbelievable.
And even after STK got that 2K on the lurk, I was like, oh, this is a Beyond round. Surely,
exactly.
Somehow Lucid Dream bring it back.
Don't know.
Anyway, into the third. 3-2 split this time. Lucid Dream not leaving 789 solo on that B site. Lots of util invested to gain control of Banana, but Beyond are not interested. They are prodding towards bracket. forcing up and looking to deal some more damage to that economy as well.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, the way that Lucid Dream went about the last round, they take 2 AKs through. They're already looking like they've got a super solid buy here. And what Beyond Esports has come into this with doesn't fill you with a whole lot of confidence. Foxes is lacking head armor, so there is that at least for the MAC-10s and the Galil, but realistically, this isn't looking like a particularly imposing buy for Beyond. At the very least, they do have a couple of smokes. That's enough to get into the B bomb site. You chuck one down on Coils, you chuck one down into CT. 789 and Foxes, though, the two new players in the roster, have been pretty impressive. A nicely timed bit of util there from 789, and Foxes is going to help on out. This does not look like it's going to be anything particularly threatening from Beyond Esports. KNTZ does at least get Foxes, but at the end of the day, that's not going to make too much difference, one would assume.
Yeah, the main issue here is the position of that bomb in the smoke towards CT. And KNTZ has just left it that a little bit too long, allowing Lucid Dream to make their way up Banana, looking to react. Big damage done on him as well, so in a 1v3 on 41 HP, it is not looking likely, but edging forward, bomb now retrieved, has isolated the fight, but will not find the head of 789, who's had a pretty solid round there, 3 kills on the defense on the B site. And there it is, the lead for Lucid Dream, 2-1, as we head to the 4th.
Yeah. Good start here for Lucid Dream. Lots of AKs in hands. Bit of a bonus here for Foxes, though. He's picked up the MP9, and Beyond Esports haven't really brought anything into the round. So should be farm territory for Foxes. We'll see if he goes aggressive into Banana. Already the nade stack goes in from Lucid Dream just to keep Beyond Esports locked into T-Spawn. And that does give Foxes a bit of room to work with. You can see him already pushing down to bottom of Banana. But elects to just back up after setting 789 on the angle.
Nasty shots from Johnny Olsen there.
I think this will be something that we might see a little bit more of from Lucid Dream, even come into the gun rounds. They've already shown a tendency in the pistol round now, in this first sort of anti-eco that they've played, to keep a sole player on Banana and then rotate the extra player over towards the A bomb site. Seems like something that the Lucid Dream seem to want to be doing as often as possible. They're putting a lot of faith into 789. And maybe once PTC gets the AWP, we'll see PTC in this position as well. But definitely putting a lot of emphasis over toward the A bomb site more so than B for now is Lucid. And I mean, you can kind of see why, right? Beyond, again, grouping up toward the A side of the map. Admittedly, they have hit B a couple of times, but they have been rather unsuccessful in doing so. So one would imagine that they would start to explore toward A sooner or later. It seems like Lucid Dream are reading that pretty well.
Yeah, and with 30 seconds Beyond, they're going to be forced to go contact, but it is into the meat grinder. They've gone looking like mincemeat there, and Mayrol's had to go back for the bomb, but he'll fall quickly as well. Foxes mopping up all the T's there. Kill for him. I think it was a double for Johnny Olsen, so everyone really sharing the load on the A site as Lucid Dream stretch that lead out to 2.
Well, I'm seeing 4 HE nades coming out immediately for Lucid Dream, so I want to kind of keep an eye on that and see whether or not this is going to be an exact repeat of the last round. Already a bit of a change-up, because this time it's 3 towards A as opposed to 3 towards B at the very start of the round, and not as much aggression from the CT side. So there is a bit more of a relaxed approach this time from Lucid Dream, although they are looking to take Banana control regardless with all of that utility. Maybe we do see Foxes posted on a close angle. He's immediately deleted by QQ, so can't make too much use of that MP9. Very nicely negotiated here by Beyond Esports.
Yeah, they certainly managed to dodge all those nades coming in their direction. John Olsen still has one to play with, but even still, he needs to get in a position to use it. And the setup on Diggity is just very deep indeed. PTC's gone for the rotation. Will survive for the moment, but it's only a bink that 789 will find.
PTC wants to go through the smoke, but Myrolls just shuts the door on that. Lucid Dream will have to give this round up. A couple of moments that really could have been the difference there. If we saw that kill onto QQ instead of him surviving on 2 HP, could have been a different story. PTC, unlikely to get too much done once he's lost his teammate on the bomb site. But, you know, PTC was lining up a couple of flashes. If his teammate lasts a little bit longer, maybe those flashes come through, maybe those flashes save him. It's a game of seconds, sometimes Counter-Strike. And there's plenty of seconds for Beyond Esports to find these two players that are trying to save rifles. It's CBBK and John Olsen. You can see all of Beyond Esports have pushed out. They're kind of on a bit of a hunt.
Yeah, they're really trying to find that and do extra damage to the economy. But even still, look, 5 alive at the end. That's going to be a nice little boost going forward. And Lucid Dream, with the 2 rifles saved, they will be able to fall by themselves. So they can have a second take at this aggressive play if they want, or just stay passive. Look, 789 was in a solid position then, a nice off angle. But QQ reads that one perfectly on the entry to the B side.
Oh my god, what's going on for Bob? He's having a clucking good time.
Oh.
By the way, again, bit of utility exchange in toward Banana. Again, Lucid Dream are forced away pretty early on in the piece, and if Beyond can continue to get control of Banana this easily on the T side of Inferno, then Lucid are going to start to struggle a little bit.
Lucid Dream have really been giving it in that early round. They're throwing some utility, but not. I think there's been one round when they've pushed down into logs and tried to clear out that Olaf position. Now Beyond 4 men here. No real noise towards the A site for them. Won't draw out any rotations. First smoke going to be baited out from 789 now. He will make his way into Barbecue all the way to site. Actually, looks like we are going to see the boost onto second oranges. Trying to stay silent there. As the nade stack doesn't connect onto the defenses. Early molly off the back of, I believe it was just a flash towards the top of mid. And, 4 Ts all blind. No one hitting the trigger, though, so Lucid Dream unable to find information from it.
So one thing I've noticed from Lucid so far is that they're quite passive on these gun rounds on the CT side. CVBK holding by Dig has John Olsen to back him up, and the crossfire from PTC. Way too strong this time from Lucid Dream, but STK, that is a nice spray down. How much of a difference will it make? Oh! It's not going to matter though, Mac. You know, it's exciting, but it's not going to matter. That was sick.
Insane. Insane. MC, do you think that's insane? He does. Look,
He does.
Beautiful. There was, what, 6 seconds, so he couldn't get the bomb. He couldn't plant.
If he had like another 5 seconds to play with there, he might have been able to get the bomb. But to be fair, the other guys from Lucid were running down Banana. Great spray transfer.
Yeah. Everything was fine. It was just too little too late.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous.
Indeed. It's pretty costly in the end for Lucid Dream, though. They lose 3 guns, where otherwise it looked like they might get through with all 5. So you got to give credit to STK for that.
But now it looks like Lucid Dream may just want to go toe-to-toe here at the top of Banana. No, 789 B-hops his way out as he hears that Molotov come in his direction. Doesn't hit the mark, but it is going to be the nade in a nice position. May rolls down to 50 HP, but still with full control of the top of Banana now.
Yeah,
Smoke
very nice.
towards that side of bracket should suggest that Beyond are looking to pressure that bracket area, but Lucid Dream, they just are putting so much priority on bracket. Unfortunately, the crossfire comes through the smoke. 789 is going to be spamming there. Might have found some damage, but it was all the damage being done over towards the A side.
Yeah, it was just a pop flash through the smoke there for STK to find the first kill. That's what 789 is trying to do as well, but he's not able to get a whole lot done. This time, it's Lucid Dream looking to hold on with PTC, and Foxes can't really do too much on the bomb site. That's a nice take from Beyond Esports. John Olsen, not sure even why he's still sticking around, but he managed to find that kill onto my rolls.
So low, though, and on just 16 HP, he needs to find this pick onto Olivia, although Olivia doesn't need to peek at all. It's KTZ that can be holding here, get that information. He's already found 2. He's on fire at the moment. But John Olsen isn't going to go down without a fight, it seems.
I think he probably should. He should just go without a fight, which it seems may end up being what he wanted to do, but Olivia's going to clean up that kill, and so another gun goes by the wayside for Lucid Dream. They were going to have to save regardless, but, well, I mean, arguably you could have put a buy together.
The crosshair wasn't even there. Inaccuracy.
Don't worry about it.
Into the round.
Yeah, that's how I like to aim with the AK as well. Tend to find that it actually hits more bullets when I do that.
Nice.
Running and gunning and shooting somewhere next to, but not on.
Always calculated.
Mm.
Jordan Elfish Guy Maze.
That's right. Well, it's just Eagles again here for Lucid Dream. If you remember, they were able to do A little bit of damage with the Deagles in one of the earlier rounds that they forced into, but had they not won that round, Beyond actually could have really run away with this T side. So far, they've looked like the better team, even though they're down 3 and 4.
Yeah. Lucid Dream just stacking on the early rounds. Making them count, and oh, Johnny Olsen. Big damage, headshot, and a torso connection. But even still, Lucid Dream, they've got the man advantage, but it's Beyond with the firepower.
Well, CBBK now has an AK. Pretty handy. If Foxes continues to spam through this smoke, he might well find himself another kill. Myrils just creeps forward, but PTC is still there. Low HP, but he really does just need to hit a headshot regardless, doesn't he? Oh, well, apparently not. Double kill. Double shot. Gets a kill. Whatever. Who's even worried? Not me.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, yo, again.
CBBK walks in with the AK.
2v2. CBBK is edging forward. Crosshair placement quite decent now, but it's 7-8-9 falling. CBBK will try to rise, but it's Olivia going to the top of the mountain and tying this one back up. 4v4 now. As Beyond, they do have the economy to buy. Again, that bomb plant's surely buffering it. QQ quite low, may just be dropped across. That will be what happens. Lucid Dream, however, have to make a decision here. It looks like it's going to be the half investment with a airstrike somewhere.
Well, I must say, I am quietly impressed with how Beyond has been sort of plugging away and their ability to get into both the bomb sites. They've been able to take good map control early on the piece. And Lucid Dream, even though they got off to a good start, haven't really seemed to find their footing so far on this CT side of Inferno.
Well, Beyond actually win 51% of their rounds on the CT side, so...
Sure, okay.
Pretty even Stevens for them. So heading into the second, if it is nice and close, I'd say we'd be seeing a very close match here. But PTC fades away at just the wrong moment. Goes for another repeat and cops some punishment for it, but still will control the B site. Rotations coming out, reinforcement in the size of Foxes. But look at this Beyond. They are aware that they're doing such a great job when they go in together and just trade this one out back to basics. And they're going to be doing it again.
PTC again with the Deagle can be dangerous. Look at all that damage, but no kills. 789 is finished off through the smoke by KNTZ. And CBBK, I'm sure, would love to get in there with that CZ or the Deagle that he's now picked up. Just to try and take an AK away. Maybe save it.
Olivia knows, though. Man's got ears, which is quite fortunate. Nade straight onto his feet as well.
Oh, well, doesn't matter. All you need is one shot with the Deagle. Still, it's not going to matter too much for Beyond Esports. They have plenty of money. They're on the T side, and there you go. So, what is interesting about this matchup is last time they played Inferno, Lucid won it reasonably comfortably. 8-7 the scoreline in the first half, which was, you know, pretty even, and we're sort of headed in that direction again.
Yeah, it's certainly looking so.
Having a look at the way that ended up was 8 for Beyond, and in the end, Lucid managed to get 9 on their CT side pretty comfortably. Sorry, on their T side. So both teams may be leaning a little bit towards the T side on this map. I wouldn't be too disappointed or too worried if we saw Beyond get to 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But once you get past 9, I think that's where Lucid starts to maybe get a little bit worried.
Well, there's still a whole bunch of rounds in this half to play with. QQ must cross their position to try to crack open bracket. It is going to be PTC trying to get some damage done. Johnny Olsen with the two-man push. It doesn't quite work out, and it is going to favour Beyond in the end. Just barely. Lots of damage done to STK and QQ as they reroute back to B.
Yeah, but it's all in the hands of 789 over here on B, and that can be difficult to deal with, but 789 is given the opportunity, which he's not able to take a hold of. Sets himself back on the line. The shot not timed correctly. Has to wait for PTC to rotate across, and it is interesting to see 789 AWPing here over PTC. Oh. STK cleans it up.
3 players there.
And you just got to give it up, don't you?
That's it.
Even though STK and QQ are so low. If it was the rifle holding B instead of the AWP, could have been a different story.
Well, unbeknown to 789, as he did come around the corner, his shadow shows first, and when you do have the 3 Ts all looking in that direction for whatever reason, that's a huge gamble. You're not going to have a good time. PTC hoping for someone to come towards him there, but it's going to be nothing found. As Beyond keep 3 alive, creating some space between them and the bomb. And drawing out the lead to 2 on the T side. That is looking good now, especially with that economy. Beyond can continue to buy for almost the rest of the half at this point. Solid shots. It was interesting because Beyond didn't really come out with bracket control after those engagements. They just somehow had the numbers. Grouped up. Traded out over towards, it wasn't even a trade out, it was just taking that B site, 789, unable to utilize the AWP to its full effectiveness. It seems to be a whole lot of money spent that's gone to waste.
Again, aggression with the Deagles. I wonder if CBBK's damage tick was heard there.
No one's come towards this direction yet, although SDK denies CBBK any extra map control. Great decision there, QQ, causing a fuss, and Kent's with the cover.
Look at this.
Oh, what? You read that? No way.
Yeah, you do not check that angle. Surely not. Oh, I almost expected him to kill Olivia there as well. PTC holding with the M4, wants to do a bit more damage. He's found the bomb. Still a minute on the clock, though. And 789 needs a bit of a miracle here, but there's a kill onto KNTZ. AK in hand. Hang on a minute, Mac. This might well be around for Lucid Dream. It's clutched out by STK, but again, just goes down to the wire.
789, surely not with the numbers there. He had 4 HP and a dream, but just couldn't find the angle over the top of the stairs to get the final kill.
That's unbelievable, that shot.
Almost an upset, but still so much damage done to the economy. I said Beyond should have been able to buy for the rest of the half, but now I don't think that.
Well, this is why I love watching Asian Counter-Strike, you know, even when you're getting a bit of a... I would call this a bit of a boring game in comparison to some of the ones that we've seen already in DreamHack Masters so far, between the likes of Vici and Tyloo, right? You still get these kind of moments that make you sort of sit up and go, ooh, it's a little bit interesting.
Still some decent skill on both sides of the fence here, and as you can see, it's a much more structured approach from both teams we've seen so far. Obviously, there's glimpses of looseness that we have seen, but if you go and think about what Vici and Tyloo did present to us yesterday, that was just loose all over the board on all 3 maps.
I do like that we've got PTC back with the AWP in hand. You know, obviously the primary AWP for Lucid Dream wasn't particularly impressive what we saw from 789 the round previous.
We didn't see too much.
Exactly. But, yeah, definitely good to see and see what PTC is going to be able to do. You know, if he activates, he's one of the players that can really just take the game away. Hasn't really had much of an opportunity so far in this matchup, nor has anyone on Lucid Dream. It's going to be another push toward B. Foxes is holding with a flash, and 789's got a nicely timed incendiary down there, which is going to maybe keep Beyond at bay for a moment.
Couple of flashes at the ready. 789 going to be going in again, but this is about the 4th time he's done so, and again it doesn't work. CBBK finds one over towards the A side, and Fox is just a 1-for-1, but it's one and done. And the round done as well, it seems, although Lucid Dream want to have a crack at it with the 3v3.
I mean, I think at this point you kind of have to start going for it, otherwise Beyond really does run away with the half. Lucid kind of wants to keep it a little bit honest. Doesn't look like they're going to get much, though. If they would find a pick here, they might try to make the retake happen. Oh, and PTC had a small glimmer of hope there against QQ, but he crosses safely, and now time's really starting to run out. John Olsen, though, finds a pretty critical kill. Olivia now under pressure with the AWP in hand, does manage to run over CBBK, but John Olsen does the same to him. It's Myrolls left alive, and the time starts to run out here for John Olsen. He has to tap the bomb. Myrolls will fall, but the round is going the way of Beyond Esports. John Olsen knows it. 8-4, and it ends up just being a costly waste of weaponry for Lucid Dream.
Yeah, what was extremely crucial on that retake was John Olsen managed to pick up a kit on the re-entry, and it was looking so good, but then PTC focused over towards the coffins instead of back at CT. He just come from that direction. He had no reason to think that the final T player was there, and Beyond, there it is. The majority found 8-4, doubling the rounds that Lucid have. And if they keep up this momentum, keep up this pace, it could be an 11-4 situation. Olivia not expecting PTC straight down mid like this, and QQ going to be looking the wrong direction as well, but missed opportunity.
Oh!
Pulls a second out of nowhere.
Man, these Deagles! What?
What? The round's done. Jordan, where'd it go?
I mean, I don't know. No words.
Into
No
the
words.
void.
That's just, again, another instance of these crazy rounds.
It was this one, then that one, and then
Far
another
out.
couple of ones all over the place. 7, 8, 9. Doing it again.
Well, PTC looks to do a bit of damage. Was Fox is spotted? No, but he doesn't see QQ either. It's an exchange. 1 for 1. Ooh, 7, 8, 9. Not a fun place to be taking a challenge. We'll get backed up here by PTC, and finally, Lucid Dream have cracked the code. They just need to hold banana. 3 players.
Ooh.
Put the AWP of PTC over there, and all of a sudden the round looks different.
PTC, balls of steel to stay in that position, but Olivia had no idea of the situation. Now STK, you can see that he's going to try to play the smoke here, and the timing game. It's a dangerous one, but there it is. Information given, and now Lucid Dream know the position.
I mean, this is actually a pretty critical round, right? Lucid Dream were playing for 2. Look at Beyond's money. They've not got too much.
It's the difference between the 10 to 5 and the 8 to 7.
8 to 7, I think, and Lucid Dream will probably be happy with that based on how this half has been going. Really looked like Beyond would run away with things. SDK is going to try and plant the bomb here. That will prompt a little bit of a push from a couple of those CTs, but nothing too crazy.
Ooh, rough position to try to fight from PTC, just ready and waiting, but the Molotov perfect. A pick found, and a great effort given the situation that bomb plant will buff the economy slightly and allow Beyond a slightly better opportunity in the final round of the half.
Can't really get any AKs though. I guess, you know, you're going to have to drop across.
Just
what would you go for here? You know, just pistol armor buy?
yeah, Mac
or
10s.
hero AKs?
Mac 10s, pistol armor. You've seen what everyone's been able to do with the Deagles this game so far.
Sure.
And even just with some utility Beyond, they've had some very good trades over towards the B site. I'd be calling something just like a Tech 9 armor, take that banana control, throw a bit of utility bracket to hold the rotates, and then smash it straight into B.
I almost reckon it's worth throwing an AK over to STK though. You know, maybe someone like Olivia or QQ who hasn't really been having that much of an impact sort of sacrifices a little bit of their firepower or maybe a little bit of their survivability. Give STK, the difference maker, an AK.
Well,
but it's Mac 10s. I don't know, dude. I reckon I'd honestly prefer the Deagles and the Tech 9s over the Mac 10s here. Again, it's the same sort of problem, right? Where Lucid Dream they've got everything they want. Finally, they've got all the armor that they need.
ooh.
Are you gonna have the stopping power with the Mac 10s to really run past Lucid Dream? It's kind of a buy. I'm not sure.
They can be pretty solid weapons at the end of the day. And
Double
it looks
smoke
like
on
we
Arch side.
are watching QQ just run straight into the A site. CT surely not ready for this one. CBBK
Oh my
knocked down.
god!
It looked like there was no head armor on him, but I think it was just a triple bink
No,
that
I
got
think
him.
there was. Yeah, there definitely was head armor for all 5 of those players. And they've just absolutely been steamrolled. Well, look, okay, I'm just going to eat my words there because that is how you make the Mac 10s work.
You forgot the Vega strat exists, Jordan.
Well, I kind of thought that Lucid might have a little bit of preparedness for that, but it seems they were absolutely unawares. PTC is going to have to clutch out a 1-on-5, and that is not going to happen. 9-6 is the score. This game just continues to throw curveball after curveball after curveball. I'm going to throw a break at you guys, take a bit of a breather after that first half because that was nuts, but don't go too far. Second half we'll be back, and we will too in just a little bit.
home tonight. Everything's alright. You pick up, heard your voice, but still it's not enough. 'Cause I need us. I swear it's the last time I'm going. 'Cause I know we got that something. It lights up the dark at night. So you keep the engine running, and I'll be the headlights. You and me, we're heading for the end of time. 'Cause nothing lasts forever. I'm not giving up without a fight. Watch the stars holding up the sky.
Beyond Esports up 9-6 over Lucid Dream as we head into the second half. I really love the music that happens after we come back from halftime. It gets you pumped for the second half.
The DreamHack music tracks are immaculate. I've been so happy. It reminds me actually that song in particular from there's a game from PS2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Yeah, there you go.
Great tunes. Anyway, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, it is going to be a fight towards the top of Banana, it seems. But let's see if anyone's going to be peeled away by QQ here. Olivia in a solid position. The bait setup looks good.
Yeah, Olivia going to look to peek off the back of QQ's contact. Lucid Dream for now, just playing safe, playing chill in Banana, waiting for some re-aggression out of Beyond. And they do get that, but no real pick for them. John Olsen looking for those entries, but runs right into KNTZ, and that's over on the A-bomb site. Meanwhile, Beyond are taking control of Banana. Gotta say, it's looking okay for Beyond until QQ gets run over. It seems that Olivia had other ideas as he backs away into the site, plays the crossfire with my rolls. Hasn't been spotted just yet, but 789 says goodbye to Olivia's head, and CBBK will let 2 past him. So plenty of information here for Lucid Dream.
Oh yes, this is going to be a play. PTC just needs to buy the time, and hopefully it doesn't turn into a bait though. CBBK, he has all the information in the world, and that's just what Lucid Dream need. You can tell that he wants the knife, but will just go for the Glock instead. A jump in STK is going to be coming around the bend, but there it is, 9-7. Lucid Dream just back in the game like that.
Well, you would think that winning that pistol round would give Lucid Dream an equalized scoreline, 9 apiece. But Beyond, of course, are going to force buy into the round. Just some Deagles and armor. But we've seen how powerful the Deagles can be in this map so far. So let's not really count Beyond out at all. A lot of smokes available to them as well if they're used correctly, timed well. Seems Lucid Dream are taking a leaf out of Beyond's book.
And you love to see it. I always love a good SMG play. You don't see it enough in this day and age. You see a whole lot of pistol half buys coming through because obviously it's cheaper. But it may not necessarily work as well. And on the map like Inferno, when there are all these choke points, SMGs can be so strong on certain rounds, such as this. But the Deagles as well, the same can be said. Close range, body shots are deadly. And these smokes have not been baited out so far by Lucid Dream. So the first one will go down at the top of Banana, or top of mid rather. Another coming through, Lucid Dream now throwing one of their own, the lurk smoke to get Johnny Olsen out of apartments. It is the A site, that's the focus as QQ starts to make his way down Banana. Beyond are going to put all on the A side, it seems. Until that happens. Smoke halfway up Banana. Foxes finds the head of QQ, and that's going to be a completely free B site. Bomb now in rotation. 30 seconds remain to get it done as well. John Olsen not going to be spotted jumping out of apartments, but the movement accuracy of the MAC-10 doesn't play in his hand this time. Mayrolls now just trying to make his way through construction in time, and Foxes will fall. This CZ could be so dangerous, but that's going to be an overstep of the boundary. CBBK shutting him down, but Olivia comes in just in time. Bomb plant should be secured here, but it's anyone's game at this point.
Surely not again, Mac. Surely it can't happen again. PTC and 789 to hold off. Luckily, PTC is getting the info that Banana is clear and will start to turn his attention over towards CT Spawn, which is where the push is coming from. PTC Spots KNTZ and STK. That's opportunity for 789 to clutch up now. 1 on 3 for him. He'll fall. Olivia gets it done with a Mac 10. Does he have the defuse in time? Yes, with the defuse kit. Plenty available. And we're back on the roller coaster in the second half.
That's it, up and down. My emotions as well, going every which way. I don't know what to think about it. But that is certainly the 3-round lead deserved by Beyond, with Olivia hitting so many nasty ones. The Mac 10 working wonders for the CTs in the end. And that's been carried across. Oh, that was actually an AK retrieved instead. So
Deagles for Lucid, though. Let's not count this round out.
And a fast approach up Banana, but these mollies in the perfect position. Foxes is done. Oh, how? Finding some savior. But
He's been seen.
he should not be alive.
Oh, man. He got a kill.
And a half. He got a kill and a half.
You just hear that click in chat?
And it's just like, oh my god, how? What was your HP?
That's like a WTF.
Oh no. Oh, Foxes, you're insane.
We're going to need to see a replay of that one.
They're still typing. You can hear it ticking. Anyway, bomb's been retrieved now. Lucid Dream starting to head towards the B site. QQ, first point of contact here. Just waiting for this smoke to fade. CBBK in the cutout. Looking to peek on the contact of 789, but as that smoke fades, 789 disregarding coffins for a moment. But CBBK has slotted his way through. Olivia looked back, didn't spot this one on the map.
Yeah, QQ's all the way into dark, though.
That's it. So back in the corner, perfect position to be in the B site, although it is going to be the shift of the position, and it's a matter of timing.
Oh, just almost got it. 2 HP for QQ. All right, 11-7.
You see a play like that in a round that Lucid Dream have no right in winning, and all of a sudden you think, okay, I believe, and you believe for a moment, but then it's all for naught.
Yeah, I mean, I never stopped believing, right? Because every single time Lucid Dream have Deagles in their hands, it seems like anything is possible.
You've just got to believe, Jordan. And let's see PTC expecting some aggression there. Pre-smoke. But that's not going to stop the nades.
No, definitely not. H&A's very powerful on this map.
Oh, Fox is making a whole bunch of noise there as he crosses to the logs. John Olsen as well. QQ's in such a rough position, but almost managed to make the spray transfer work. It's John Olsen now. Dishing out the damage. 789 going to be finding the pick over towards the A site now.
Oh, might get another one here, courtesy of CBBK, and that is surely going to be the call to John Olsen to come join 789 and CBBK. They haven't fully cleared the A-bomb site, and the rotation will come across from Myrals as well. This is where the mind games start to factor in. For Lucid Dream, they could think about going back to B.
There's the bomb.
KNTZ can get a double kill with an MP7. So there you go. How about that one?
How about it? And oh, he knows, except 789 has the aim to back it up. Now it's to a 1v1, 40 seconds.
Mate, you've already got a smoke.
Where do you go from here? Like, what do you do? You've got Mayrolls with the hard gamble on 8, and it's going to pay off. No way.
Oh, well, we'll see. 789, surely. He's got time to clear it, but he won't. I don't know what I'm even seeing right now.
That was just such a risky gamble, but it's your 50-50. He's either going to run back to B or just commit to that A site and assume you haven't gone for that rotation. It was a very early risk to rotate back towards the A site, but KNTZ, just with all that information, knowing that the bomb was down at mid, you'd assume that the rotation would come towards the top of bracket and maybe try to gaze on the bomb instead, but it is going to be Olivia doing the gazing straight down to T stairs as Foxes. He's a recipient.
Beyond Esports not looking too bad at the moment. Almost starting to back them to win this map, you know. It's kind of getting to that point where I've had faith in Lucid Dream, really up until that last round, but now 12-7, and Lucid Dream haven't shown us anything particularly impressive so far on this T side. Olivia hits a nice shot with the AWP. You start to see these instances favoring Beyond more and more and more often. First half was very backwards and forwards, but second half has been quite one-sided so far. maybe it's finally the day that Beyond actually is able to get the better of Lucid Dream.
You still have to take into account the next 2 maps, though. We can't go getting ahead of ourselves, but with QQ hitting shots like that, Lucid Dream really aren't going to be able to find an answer. But John Olsen with a Galil is going to do his best damn job, but it's only one to find. 13 now on the board for Beyond, and no bomb plant, so there will not be a buy again. Lucid Dream now probably just going to go on the pistols. So, look, we'll say it again, that yes, there is an opportunity, but Beyond have been dealing with it well. And this is the first time in a little while where Beyond have had more than just the 1 or 2 people alive at the end. So now there's a chance for that economy to climb.
But
Yes, Jordan.
Lucid Dream have the Eagles.
Yes, okay.
So
we'll go back to that one.
I'll have you know, Mac, that the Deagle might have been the most potent weapon for
Tell
Lucid
me.
Dream so far in this map.
Give it to me.
It might be. It really feels like it.
The impact weapon for the impact fraggers.
What can they do with it in this round? John Olsen's got himself a Tech 9 Rec 9.
Haven't seen a whole lot of Tech 9 action over the last couple of days.
I'm a fan.
KTZ.
When I first started watching like professional CS,
Yep.
was when the Tech 9 was like the gun.
Yeah.
Olaf Meister running out, Cobble, B-site against Virtus Pro, bam, 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 bam.
That's it.
NIP, no worries.
I feel like if it had the same reload time that the CZ has, then it may have been justified. Just maybe.
It was just like a rifle, but better. You just had to click a lot more. Anyway, doesn't seem like the Deagle's going to have too much of an impact this time. Beyond Esports
No.
are way too good on the CT side. I don't know what's gotten into Lucid Dream. I don't know what's gotten into Beyond, but this is very much a subversion of the expectations.
And 5 Alive, solid anti-eco coming out from Beyond. But Lucid Dream, this is their last opportunity to get back into the first map of the series.
Indeed.
But I don't think that it's going to happen.
No.
Because the momentum and the confidence is just shining and
100%.
swinging.
100%, I agree. And it's across the board as well for Beyond right now. You know, it's not an individual stepping up and doing anything particularly crazy and, you know, dropping 30 frags or something like that. It's really just every single Beyond player looking super solid, rock solid really in their positions on this CT side. They've done enough on the T side to put Lucid Dream in this awkward kind of a position. Where, in reality, when you think about it, Lucid Dream, to get to this point, they actually also had to win 2 force buys with Deagles. So just think, this map could already be over.
Yeah, well, they're going to do their best job to make that happen in the next 2 rounds, I'd say. Double setup over towards Archers, looking like the answer. 2 towards Dig as well. There's nowhere for Lucid to get through without fighting. But QQ's fallen, so that's a weakening of the defense. Olivia tap through the corner. Is this what Lucid Dream have been looking for? Olivia putting the stop to it again, and Johnny Olsen can't get the spray transfer to work, but CBBK will pick up the scraps. And it looks like an answer has been found for Lucid Dream.
Yeah, maybe. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. 8 rounds is sure to be there for Lucid, but Beyond will be able to get a buy through here. Myrals still has himself an M4 to play with. I mean, I almost thought for a moment that STK and Olivia could hold onto that bomb site. You know, if Olivia hits the second guy that rolls around the corner, STK still doesn't have to give away his position. The rest come through Dig side, and he's ready to spray him down. Myrals kind of throws away his life, which is a little bit unfortunate, because the money is not fantastic on the CT side right now. But they've got plenty of time, plenty of rounds to play with.
I didn't see that. 7, 8, 9.
Double kill.
Beautiful entries. Reading the CT setup perfectly there at Archers. Now let's see if Lucid Dream can string another one together, because they need to.
Yeah, definitely.
They're on the ropes.
Luckily, they're on the T side, so money shouldn't be an issue as long as they keep winning rounds. Doesn't matter how many guns they lose. They'll just be able to keep buying. And they can't really afford to lose rounds at this point, so there is a way back in for Lucid Dream. Sometimes can be difficult to close things out on the CT side when money becomes a factor. And that will end up happening sooner rather than later for Beyond if they lose this round. I've kind of counted Lucid Dream out, but are they really out of it just yet? I'm not so sure. Taking control of Banana. Haven't taken too much in brackets yet. A minute on the clock still. Starting to see those grenades being lined up for Lucid Dream. It's just going to be a pop flash coming in here. PTC. And they take control of brackets as well. So this is where Lucid Dream now has their options.
Beyond sticking to their guns and not sending that fourth player over just yet. 40 seconds, Lucid Dream still able to go wherever they wish. You can see Fox is now starting to double back, starting to go and push towards Banana. Looks like he might just go and throw a single smoke, try to get these CTs out of position. Bomb still hanging around here at bracket. Oh, it could actually be the round the world. Bomb now going to Banana. That seems to be the case. Great call from Lucid Dream, and they're going to thin out the defenses on the way through too.
Yeah, QQ is hiding in the cutout, but this is going to be a regularly checked angle on a take like this. Surely can't get anything done. Well, CBBK's found himself a triple, but maybe not the way that he'd have liked to. Either way, Lucid Dream are into the B site, and Beyond are going to be left wanting once again.
So,
2 M4s to go through.
I love that call. You can see that Beyond, they're getting very passive. They showed too much respect to Lucid Dream, and it came back to haunt them. The wrap through to the B site, the two-pronged attack. You don't see it very often, but when you do, and when it's very structured like that, with eyes on all angles, Beyond just had no answer. So, Lucid Dream now able to string a second together. They've guaranteed 9 on the board, still hunting for the double-digit mark, and that's the first goal you need to get to in this comeback. But then they've still got 4 from there. But the money will continue to rise with 3 alive. Beyond, they might have just salvaged their chance to buy again. I don't know if they want to. Looks like it could just be some nades purchased up around the 2 rifles saved. But I'd go for at least a sight stack. Try to give yourselves your best damn chance in a round like this. Oh, it's smokes. Okay, so they're going to go for the smoke rotations somewhere on the map. Looks like that may just be over towards A and give off the sense that it is a buy. Maybe try to force Lucid Dream to walk back into the rifles. See how it goes. PTC, oh, SDK rather, and KNTZ both falling, so that is a very unfortunate situation. And these rifles now have no impact at all in the round. Looks like it's a write-off now for Beyond. Only 2 USPs remain, and that is going to be over towards the B site there. Lucid Dream, they've found the A site and it cleared everything on the way, so they have no problems going for a hunt. And they don't really need to.
It's really starting to feel doable right now for Lucid, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 rounds away now. That's catchable. All it's going to take is a couple more resets and Lucid Dream's back in pole position. In fact, if we get to 14-14 and Beyond's money's not too great, I mean, that's where the T-side really does start to pull ahead. Inferno, lately, a bit more of a T-sided map as well. So, I wonder, did we call a little bit too early?
Mate,
Beyond was looking good.
I don't call anything with the economy how it currently plays.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it favours comebacks. And look, it can be a 13-2 half, and I'll say, look, the game's not over.
Yeah.
Someone wins a pistol, someone gets 12 rounds in a row, and we're all tied up again. And I'm just never, ever surprised at this point with this silly game of Counter-Strike, where it currently stands.
Oh, well, how far can Lucid Dream push this issue? Right now, still Beyond's game to lose. But they are slowly and surely...
Oh. Johnny, are you okay?
I think he's all right. He's all right.
He's all right.
It's only a flesh wound. A couple of bullets to the head who never hurt anyone. Don't worry about it. 46 HP. Still got 46 lives. There's that too. That'll make you feel a bit better. Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, so they say.
That's exactly what SDK needs, because he is hurting after that one. Bracket control taken by Lucid Dream, but Olivia wants to try to catch them here. I believe he might have been spotted on the fadeaway as the smoke also was fading. Smoke at library will allow the wrap to come through, but Olivia can't find anything, so it is now the turtle they have to rely on.
Very quick trades coming back in from KNTZ and QQ. Things not looking so easy for Lucid Dream.
Oh.
KNTZ, too many angles to watch. Bomb plant will go down. 2-on-1 here for MyRolls. He's got only a FAMAS, no defuse kit. I wonder if he saw Foxes get into pit there. I have to imagine he didn't. Smoke's going to go down. He might have had that info, but it's not going to help out too much. 11 on the board for Lucid Dream. Money's pretty bad for Beyond again. Have to take a save.
Yeah, Foxes with the celebratory spray. And with a quad kill in the previous round, you can see that he's now hitting his stride. 16 on the board. So it's been a bit of a slow approach considering we were highlighting him before the series ensued. But as we head to the 26th round, Lucid Dream, things starting to go in their favor. We do see the boost over down at Banana. QQ on a nice line. But Lucid Dream walking into the trap. It's actually going to be the slow boost movement. QQ edging forward. I'm loving this. The off angle almost works out, but PTC lucky to get away with his head there.
Yeah, keeps himself alive for now. This will be some brackets control, at least looking to be established by Lucid Dream. They haven't decided to push, though. There is a smoke keeping them at bay for now. John Olsen clears out the apartments. I feel like the tension is building up a little bit here, and Lucid Dream are reacting to that by playing a little bit more slow, a little bit more passive. They weren't too keen on what they saw in the last round. It got a little too close for comfort, maybe. So they've slowed things down a little here.
Some creative angles and creative approaches from Beyond. It's good to see in a round on the pistols, but I want to see it with some weapons as well. And with this bracket control, Lucid Dream probably going to commit to the A site. We've seen it a few times now. QQ in a solid position to have a say in the round, but not if he cannot see a thing. Apparently your mouth don't move if your eyes don't work. And it's his legs not working either.
That was an interesting analogy.
Well, it's true.
Bomb goes down. That's what I think of this game.
Yeah? Great. Thanks, Selfish Guy at 11.
I mean, there's not much more to say, really, is there?
No, it is. It's still Beyond in the lead, but as you can see, the tables have turned, the momentum has shifted, and it feels like it's a Lucid Dream half now. So,
do you feel like it's a Lucid Dream map, though? That's the key question.
At this point, yes, but all it takes is one big round from Beyond to put them onto map point, and I won't be surprised if we go anywhere near overtime. Beyond have won 3 1vx clutches, whereas Lucid Dream haven't 1-0.
It's not just the casters.
We're all cooked.
We're all cooked.
It's okay. If you can't handle the cooks, get out of the kitchen.
That's right. Absolutely. I agree.
And
100%.
have a holiday. Yes.
Fire rolls, charges right down Banana. Nice Banana control there for Beyond, but they're not going to really keep a hold of it. They'll just back their way onto the B side, or maybe I speak too soon. QQ sticks around. This is better from Beyond. Floating that extra player over toward the A bomb site. They've got that numbers advantage over there if they need it. 789 is going to creep out and try and get something done, but he might have gone too soon. Where's the backup? He's done it all on his own. The rest of Lucid was at the bottom of T-stairs. On top of the T-stairs, bottom of Banana.
Tunnel vision. A dangerous thing.
He might have had a flash. Someone might have flashed for him, but in reality, how much of a help is that? They're going to have to hope that they can run over QQ here. He's put smoke down pretty early on the piece. Does Lucid slow things down? This could be the round that Beyond has been looking for. Oh. QQ's playing anti-flash. Here we go. That's a big pick for CBBK. Oh, man. He just comes up huge when it really matters most.
Just perfect entry routes. Flashes all being dodged by the CTs, but it was enough of a distraction to give Lucid Dream so much space now. But there it is, 13 secured. Beyond. They realise that they need to keep these weapons alive over into the next round.
Surely Lucid's got to be going hunting right now. Like, you've got 14k on PTC, 10k on Foxes. You're going to buy the half out.
Yeah, of course, but those AKs can be very dangerous. If STK picks up a second one, then, you know, Beyond, the defense is bolstered. It looks like the hunt will be coming through now, but they just wanted to make sure they secured the round. These rounds are so important. They didn't want anyone to come in and ninja, and look, they've still had this time to create the space, or to close the space, rather. Spotting the players on site, spotting the players in pit, but this crossfire is very strong. Unfortunately, the AWP's gone down now. And that is a rough situation. Beyond, when they were in this position before, they didn't opt to buy.
Oh, man. How? You can't see anyone. Surely.
Man's insane.
He's insane.
Eyes of an eagle.
Well, when the eyes are working, the mouth works too, Mac. That's what I've learned.
There you go. You're catching on.
Yeah. Have a look at the scoreboard here. There's nothing like sort of particularly out there. Nothing too crazy. Everyone's kind of contributing on both sides. 789 sort of pulling a little bit ahead here for Lucid Dream, but definitely a team effort on both sides. A little contrary to what we see a lot these days. You know, normally there's one person leading from the front having a fantastic game. 14-13, Lucid Dream. I think they just need to reset a little bit after that last round. It was a bit too close for comfort. Let's not send 789 out on his own. Bit of aggression here on the CT side from Beyond Esports. Straight away, they've just smashed away with Lucid Dream. Surely this is the one that puts them up to 15. A big adaptation. PTC might still have a chance. 1 on 4 turns into a 1 on 3. It's not over yet. He's got time.
I'm having flashbacks to the first half when Lucid Dream did the exact same thing to Beyond. And they're getting some sweet revenge just when they need it most as well. Lucid Dream about to tie up the game. And PTC spots QQ here. Rotations a little bit too far away.
Able to find the 1-on-1, which would have been really what he would have wanted. Get rid of QQ there. Bombline does go down, but he's spotted by Olivia. Takes the challenge here. Knows that he has to find 1-on-1s, but the longer this goes, the worse it's going to be. That's a nice molly, and I wonder if it goes straight into the smoke. Doesn't actually. SDK gets past it. Spray comes through. PTC has found the first. Reload here for him. QQ, though, gets the kill. He can't reload in time. And 13 is where Lucid Dream will remain. We're on to 15 for Beyond Esports.
Mate, the clencher, as he had to go for the reload, it was, are they going to swing?
How
Will he get the clip in time?
How many bullets did he have? 4.
Didn't back himself. I think he could have done it. With some of the shots we've seen today.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard, isn't it? It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Of course, of course.
Because you look like a bit of an idiot if you don't reload and then you fire 3 bullets, get the first kill, miss that last one, you try and pull out your pistol, and it's like, ah.
Did you know that swapping out to your secondary is faster than reloading your gun?
Yes.
That's a tool tip.
That is a tool tip. And
tip for tools.
Maybe it was worth trying, but I guess we're sitting here nitpicking and we're on the cast desk, not in the game. And there's a reason for that. 15's up, though, for Beyond, and it'll have to be 2 in a row here for Lucid, which they're more than capable of doing. But the buy's better now for Beyond. Seems like they might be in a position to close this map out now.
See, I don't know about you, Jordan, but I'm feeling this pressure as well.
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy, crazy gameplay that we are witnessing. And again, SDK wants more. He'll find himself the double. 3rd on the platter, but it is going to be Johnny Olsen falling. QQ gets it done. Olivia missed the opportunity to close out the map. And PTC 1v3. Can he get this one done? Olivia wants the trade. Just tries to bait it out. Goes for an ambitious no-scope. But there it is. Mayrolls wraps in from bracket. And we are going to see Beyond with the 16-13. First map, their pick, being picked up, and we have a second to get to. So ladies and gentlemen, go have a quick break because that's where we're going as well.